time for the compound butter. I'm gonna get everything I need for that. I have some garlic, some sage, and thyme. I was looking for rosemary, but they didn't have any where I was at, so. All right, so here's all my spices. We're gonna do half a cup of butter. Now, Thanksgiving is one thing, but lack of butter, it is not. We've already used 4 sticks of butter on 2 dishes. Oh, I guess I should show you guys what I'm doing, right? Okay, I guess. Okay, so I have some garlic here. And I have a garlic press that I've never used, so we're gonna use it today. I think I'm gonna do probably, I don't know how many. Let's do 2 more. So that was, I think, 9. Yeah, it's a big turkey though, and it's a lot of surface area, so. I've noticed that there's not a lot of garlic that goes into Thanksgiving meal. Unless you, I guess, do like garlic, vegetables, or. Okay, so now I'm seasoning with my heart. We're gonna do some garlic powder, even though we already have garlic in there, just a little more. Onion powder. Oh, this one, I think I have one that's open. Yes, we do. Some onion powder. I'm gonna put poultry seasoning in it. I just find that it just takes it there, you know? It smells so good. It smells like Thanksgiving. I'm gonna do a little bit of seasoning all. Just a little. Some cayenne. And a lot of salt and pepper. I like a lot of pepper in mine, guys. Okay, that's all for now. And I'm gonna cut up fresh sage and thyme. I'm gonna rinse this off first and then cut it up. It smells good. I usually do dry sage in my cornbread dressing, and I think I'm gonna still do that. I'm scared to use the fresh. I don't wanna mess it up, you know? So, oh, this is so strong. Because it is 10 o'clock now, I want to get the turkey on. You don't even really need to, I don't even think I'm going to chop up the thyme. I'm just going to throw it straight in. That pepper is still getting to me. It feels like I have to sneeze again. Thank you. I haven't sneezed yet. Oh my gosh. I just messed up my nail. It's okay. Okay, so I have my handy dandy recipe from 1988. And it calls for a stick of butter. Which I believe it's this whole thing. Half cup is a stick, right? Oh God, I don't know. If not, then it'll just, I don't know. Is that too much? Oh my gosh, I don't know. No, that's 1/4 pound. And how much is?
Girl, you asked Google.
I'm checking now. Okay, yeah, this is 1/2 pound, so that's 1 stick of butter. Okay. Okay, so I put the butter in here. Now I'm gonna put all the seasonings. I'm gonna use clove instead of nutmeg because we are all out of nutmeg. So I'm gonna use like 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. We're gonna do a teaspoon of ginger. We're gonna go, yeah, we'll do a teaspoon. That's what the recipe says. It just says a little bit of cinnamon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do like a teaspoon. Yeah, whatever your little bit is. It says baking powder optional, so we're gonna actually leave that out because I think the eggs is gonna give us enough. Yeah. And then it says 1 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm going to do probably like a cup of granulated sugar and then 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And now we'll do it. That's about a cup, right? That's a little less. I actually don't like it that sweet, so we're gonna do a little less on the granulated sugar, a little less than 1/3 cup of regular or brown sugar. And Chelsea is back there washing the turkey. Thank you, Jesus. My battery actually died, so, but I went ahead and chopped up like all the aromatics for the turkey. This is about 1/3 cup. We're gonna throw that in, and I like to just blend it in the actual container. It saves one less, one less dish, you know. And this is the part where I like to taste before I add the eggs to see if it needs any more seasoning. It's good, but I'm trying to think. I feel like it needs something. We're gonna put a little more cinnamon. A little bit of everything. How about that? Whew, all these spices got me going crazy. And then we're gonna do a can of the sweetened condensed milk. Ooh, this is so thick. And you want to make sure that your pie filling is cool before you add eggs. It calls for 4 eggs, so we're just going to add 4, blend it up, and then add it in the oven. Oh my gosh, our turkey's still frozen, guys. Literally, I took it out all yesterday and then I kept it in the fridge all last night. I probably should have just left it in the sink. This is our first time making a turkey. Rookie mistake. As long as we have it in by noon, because it's a smaller turkey, so it shouldn't take 7-8 hours. It should take 2 to 3 hours to cook. Huh?
I didn't take it off. I just, you know, it was like stiff.
Hey, happens to the best of us. Okay, I'm filming. So we have the turkey. It's defrosting still. Oh. We think it's almost defrosted, but I'm gonna go ahead and cook up the cornbread for the cornbread dressing. We're gonna cook regular cornbread, but probably later. And you guys already know, this is my favorite cornbread. A lot of people do homemade cornbread for their cornbread dressing, but this tastes better than my homemade version, so I'm sticking with this. It's amazing, I'm telling you. I can only find it at Walmart though, so it's very hard to find. I found the honey one. That one's readily available in other places, but you gotta get the southern cornbread one, the best. But I'm just gonna go with what's on here on the back. So I made the cornbread according to the recipe, and I'm just gonna throw it in the oven. These are so flimsy. I wasn't getting it filmed, I'm so annoyed, but I'm just pouring the batter in evenly.
Did it extra stick to it?
Oh yeah, I think I put an extra stick of butter in here than needed because I read the thing wrong. So it's just gonna be extra good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna put these and bake them for about an hour, a little bit longer maybe. Okay, so I am going to boil a couple of eggs for our cornbread dressing. A lot of people don't do this, but I think it just adds to the dressing. And look, Chelsea's making her apple pie. Yeah. I'm going to be boiling the aromatics for my cornbread dressing. It's just probably 3 stalks of celery, 1 bell pepper, and half of a large onion. I am going to boil this in chicken broth. I added about a whole container of water in here, and I'm gonna put some chicken bouillon in it. You right. So we're about to make some bacon. We haven't eaten any breakfast yet, which is a crime. I wanted to cook the bacon first, but I wanted to do the sweet potatoes pies first, so it just kind of got away from me. But I just took out the cornbread, so that's cooling off, so I have room in the oven to throw the bacon in, because we're gonna use the bacon grease for the cabbage and the greens. And I'm just using center cut, the best kind. And I'm gonna end up chopping some of the bacon. My pie has 3 more minutes, so perfect timing. I can throw the yams in. And I'm gonna put this in the oven. The oven's just on 350 because the pies have to bake on 350. So I'm probably gonna cook this for like 15-20 minutes. The bacon is done cooking. So since we haven't eaten all day, we're making bacon and cheese sandwiches. That's what we normally eat for our, I guess, breakfast, lunch. So yeah, we're about to eat that. And I'm excited. And the sweet potato pies are coming out. They look, yeah, they definitely look done.
They look so good.
They look more crackly than normal, but you know what? The crust looks really good though. I'm glad we went with Marie Callender. We usually go with Pillsbury. I'm about to start my macaroni and cheese. I just boiled up some water and I added, ooh, that's hot. I added chicken bouillon to it because it says to cook the noodles in the recipe that I have. It says to cook the noodles in chicken broth. So I've heard some people say that it doesn't make a big difference, but anywhere I can add a little more flavor, I'm all about it. All the recipes that I've used, I'm gonna make sure to put in the description box, but it calls for 1 box of elbow macaroni. And on here, it says to cook it for 7 minutes. I'm gonna cook it for 6 though, because we're gonna cook it in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer now. Oh, actually I already have a timer going and it's for 6 minutes and 11 more seconds. So perfect. I love when it syncs up like that. And normally I put salt in my water, but since I used the chicken bouillon, that has seasoning in it, so I'm not going to. I just drained out the macaroni. Taste, see if it's al dente. Yeah, it's about al dente. Good. So the turkey is finally defrosted and I cut up all the aromatics. Hold on, let me show you. We have an orange, 2 carrots, half of a large onion, 1 Honeycrisp apple, and a couple of celery stalks. And this is the compound butter. I waited to mix it just for you guys. Ooh, isn't that so satisfying? All right, now it's time to start stuffing this. So I'm about to stuff this and probably season it a little more. So that's the orange. I think that's for the bacon. Can you check to see if it's done?
Yep.
Think the bacon needs a little more?
Yeah. I was trying to flip it, but how it's...
Oh yeah, it doesn't need to be flipped.
Yeah, how it's cut is tripping.
Yeah, it's hard to... Oh, I forgot to put celery in here. Oops. So the butter is all in there. Now it's time to put it under the skin. This feels so weird. It's like nothing's happening.
It's kind of smeared in or something.
Yeah, there we go. I want to put some on the back side too. Just gotta massage it. Yeah. Okay, you can cut it off because I just want to get it with me putting it in the... Oh, this is heavy.
Oh, sorry, I got the other mitts. Thank you. I can, your hands, yeah. And I'll put the other wrap in it. You want the spoon?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So you get all that butter in there.
All right, now it's time for the cornbread dressing. You just want to crumble it. And I actually think this might be a little too small. So we're just gonna put it in one of these. All right, I'm about to get all the seasonings needed. This is what I usually put in my cornbread dressing: cream of chicken, cream of celery, and cream of mushroom. I might not do the cream of celery since I did have fresh celery and I cooked that up. This is what I cooked up. So I think we're gonna try with all the dry seasonings first. I used dried thyme. And I put a good amount in. I like celery seed. My mom, she really loves celery in hers, so. But I'm not too big of a fan of the celery. And I do have fresh sage, but I've never cooked cornbread dressing with fresh sage, so I don't want to risk it. So I'm just gonna use the dried ground sage here. I guess I should show you all the seasonings. Hold on. Okay, so it's sage, celery seed, and thyme. And I'm gonna pour some of this in. How's it looking? Ooh, that looks so good. We're just gonna mix this on up. No, you're fine. And I have homemade chicken stock. I have some extra chicken stock if this isn't enough. Huh? Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, it did?
Well, I was outside.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I didn't even hear it.
It's okay. I texted.
Hmm?
I texted you.
Girl, I don't know where my phone is. I was too busy setting up the camera. It doesn't look bad though. It doesn't look like burnt or anything.
No, it's not too gross.
And I'm gonna go ahead and taste it just to see if it needs any more seasonings. Tastes good. We're gonna do the cream of mushroom and probably the cream of chicken. I don't think we're gonna need the cream of celery since I already, woo, that came out fast. This is what I use. Ooh, it just came on out. I guess we're gonna use all of it, huh? And this is just, you just add enough liquid for it to be moist. We're gonna add another egg in it too, but. We're gonna use a little bit of this juice since it has a lot of the flavor. So this is how it looks. It's so much. And I tasted it for the seasonings and everything tastes good. I ended up not using all of my veggies, so probably used about 3/4 of it. But I'm gonna add an egg in. You're fine.
Well, I was gonna put this right here.
And I put 2 hard-boiled eggs in my dressing. I don't know if that's weird or not. Let me know if y'all do that too. My mom did it, so that's what I do. My uncle doesn't do it though. He makes really good dressing. Okay, now we can put this in the oven. So this is about to go in the oven. So we were going to try to cook cabbage today and it froze. It's completely frozen solid. It froze in our fridge. Our fridge is, I guess, way colder than it needs to be, which is crazy because this is the only thing that froze. I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. But at least we have another vegetable. We have greens, so, but I really wanted to cook cabbage. All right, so we're making the greens now. So this is the bacon grease that we used earlier. We have bacon too if you want to snack on bacon. All right, so I let the oil heat up. Now it's time to add the onions. The annoying part too is that I've been to the grocery store so many times since then, you know what I mean? Like if I would have known, I could have just picked one up. Yeah. So I added 2 bowls of water, this much, and I'm going to add some chicken bouillon cube. Ah, everything's falling. These were the mustards, right? Putting in the mustards first. They got stems too? Here, I can give you this. Oh, we gotta cook the turnips. I forgot about cutting the turnips. They do. I'm gonna add more liquid, but I'm waiting until the collards are cleaned and then I'm gonna throw those in. I'm throwing a jalapeno in there. So I cut up some turnips, throwing that in there. And I just have some seasoning. There's only a little left, so. And my sister's still cleaning the greens. I do not recommend the bagged greens that I showed you guys in my Thanksgiving grocery haul. There were so many stems in there, and I cannot be that person that has stems in her greens. This may not look like a lot because we're still waiting on the collards, but take your time, boo, take your time. This is still wilting down. But yeah, oh, the jalapeno adds so much flavor to it. I definitely suggest if you've never put a jalapeno in your greens, do it. So I ran out of vinegar, so I'm not putting any vinegar in my greens, but it'll still taste good. Now here comes the collards. I'm filming on my phone right now because this camera keeps dying. I think I'm gonna return it because I want something that can film for a while, you know? So let me know if you guys know any good recommendations on cameras. Okay, there we go. All right, so this next recipe is macaroni and cheese. I wanted to find a recipe that didn't require eggs. So I found one, it's I Heart Recipes. She's really popular here on YouTube as well. I'll link her video in her blog post. But yeah, we're gonna use her recipe. So it needs, well, we're gonna modify it because hers has evaporated milk, but I'm gonna use half and half. It requires 4 tablespoons of butter. This is about 2 right here. Next it says to add 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm just gonna cook this until the flour, the raw taste is out, probably like a minute or 2. Next we're doing 1.5 cups of half and half. I'm just gonna let this boil so it can thicken up. So now that it's thickened up slightly, we're gonna add the seasonings and cheese. So her recipe says 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go a little shy on the salt because we cooked the noodles in the chicken broth. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Hers says 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. All I have is regular paprika, so that's what I'm gonna use. And I have always grown up to use a little bit of mustard, so I'm gonna use about 1/2 teaspoon of mustard powder as well. We'll do a full teaspoon. Why not? Her recipe doesn't say add pepper, but come on, pepper makes. I'm using the one that you grind. I just grind so much and then pour it in. I'm just gonna mix all these spices in first, and then I'm gonna slowly combine all the cheeses. Next, we're gonna use 4 ounces of cream cheese. This is softened. I'm just gonna break it up a little bit. And the cream cheese is supposed to replace the Velveeta. So if you're trying to find a recipe that doesn't have Velveeta, try adding cream cheese to it. Next, I'm using cheeses, not that she has, but I'm using a little bit of mozzarella. I'm just gonna slowly incorporate that so it can melt evenly. Next, I have Kobe Jack. Just gonna slowly mix that in as well. It smells really good, so hopefully that means it's gonna taste really good. And her recipe actually says use 8 ounces, which is this whole thing. So we're just gonna put the whole thing in. We're gonna use about half of it and save the rest for the top. Trying to make sure each noodle is fully coated. Next, now we gotta put it in. I guess I should pan this, even though it has a whole bunch of butter and cheese. Still don't want it to stick. Oh my gosh, that's hot. The timer's about to go off to baste the turkey. I just put foil over the macaroni and I'm gonna put it in the oven and on 350 for probably about 40-45 minutes. Oh, I forgot to put more cheese on top. I really don't think it needs it, but might as well. We're almost done. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm putting it in the oven for about 40-45 minutes. That turkey smells so good. Oh, I think it's done. The little thing popped up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much it's supposed to pop up, but it's more popped up than it was before.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna say 10 minutes, so it's okay. It's been a little longer.
Yeah.
So we should.
So this is the finished. My sister was kind of cooking this while I was filming other stuff, so I didn't get to show how she did it, but I'll put the recipe in the description box below. Really, really good. I tasted the filling before she put it in the pie. So good. Bye.
Here it is.
It's so beautiful. Now we gotta let this cool for 30 minutes. I'm gonna set up. Look at the sweet potatoes. And one of the last things we have to put together, the cranberry sauce. Super fancy. Are you a whole berry cranberry sauce person or jelly? I've always been a jelly. My mom loves the whole one though, so to each their own. Ooh, that is so natural, right?
That's good. Goodness.
It is goodness. Thank you. I normally we just eat out of the containers, but since it's YouTube, I want it to look cute and fancy, so I'm putting the corn in a separate dish. Just for you guys, because honestly, that's just more dishes, but it is what it is. Next, we are plating up the greens. Oh my gosh, I don't want it to plop everywhere, because these are hot. There we go. And the last star to arrive.
You're already saying hey.
The lovely macaroni and cheese. I think I'm most excited for the macaroni. I don't know, I can't pick. I'm excited for all of them, but it looks so good. I wish it could have got a little bit browner, but you know what? It's gonna be just as good, don't you worry. And can't forget the sweet potato pies. They turned out so good. Even though I added an extra stick of butter, I think that's just gonna make them taste even better. My sister made the apple pie. So we just took the dressing out. I'm about to take a slice of this apple pie. And here's my plate. All right guys, that's gonna do it for this one. My first cook with me. If you guys like these types of videos, I love them. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys had for Thanksgiving and if I should do a cook with me Christmas edition because I'm pretty excited for Christmas as well. All right, I'm ready to eat, so I'm about to eat all this food and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.